I'm Starla.
I'm Mik.
And we are
Our Fan Plays Games. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Another week.
Another week down. I tell you. Another week down.
I know you're trying to figure out, or we're trying to figure out, what are we going to talk about this week?
Yeah, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about?
Well, it was a hard stretch trying to figure out something to talk about this week.
Yeah.
But we came with a topic.
We did.
We're going to do
something that we kind of rarely do. We do it quick, but this time we're going to kind of concentrate on 4 games, and we're going to do like little mini reviews. We're going to really talk about these 4 games that we recently played.
We're going to really give you some in-depth feelings and thoughts and perspectives on the games. Because a lot of times when we do our list, we just give you like a quick overview.
Yeah, and how we feel about them a little bit, but this time we're going to really talk.
And this episode is coming out the day before our nation celebrates the observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yes.
And in his honor, I want to share one of his quotes.
You are?
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Now, this is one of his many quotes that I love, but I just think it is apropos for what we are doing in this hobby with diversity and inclusion.
Yeah.
And one of the things Martin Luther King Jr. said was, "We must live together as brothers or perish together as fools."
And that is so right. That is so right. And that really dives into the board gaming hobby, because if we're not together, it's gonna fall apart.
Well, that's that whole diversity and inclusion part that we have to live together as brothers.
And play together.
Play together.
On the table.
Relate
together. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just so happy that a man as great as Martin Luther King Jr., graced our earth and left so many beautiful words of wisdom, pearls of wisdom.
Yes.
And just so happy that our country is observing and honoring his existence.
Yes. Even though there's a lot of folk that don't like it, I'm glad it's here.
Yes.
I'm glad it's here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm glad it's here. Yes.
Yes.
And it's overdue.
It's overdue.
Way overdue.
It's overdue.
Way overdue. Yeah.
So, before we get into all this stuff,
all that stuff,
we're going to hear a word from our sponsor.
KTBG.
KTBG.
Yeah.
Board games that bring the fun to the table. Kids Table Board Gaming has a variety of colorful, fun games like Fossilis, Wreck Raiders, Creature Comforts, and their upcoming game, Power Plants. These are games your family will enjoy, and they are perfect for a family game night. Check out their entire catalog at www.kidstablebg.com. Kids Table Board Gaming.
Yes.
Love them.
Ooh, I got some stuff.
What you got?
Okay, now we know that Creature Comforts is coming soon.
Yes.
It's coming. But then they put out like a social media post that said that 2022 gonna be very special.
Whoa.
And they put out, along with the games that they have going on now, they put out 2 mystery boxes with question marks on them.
What?
Yes, 2.
Question marks.
2. And I'm like, ooh, 2?
All right, Helena, I need a scoop.
Okay, 2? Okay.
We need an OFPG scoop.
2.
What's coming out?
So I am very intrigued. Very intrigued and happy. And happy. Yes.
So next up,
Ask OFPG.
All right, Mik, what do we have for
I love that music he used for it. That music make me roll. That's some good rolling music. I like that. All right. I got some questions. All right, Jorshim Chad from YouTube had a question, and it's for me.
Oh, okay.
It's for me. Would you sacrifice the Star Wars sequels, thus making them non-canon? That's the, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the newer ones, in order to get Lucas' original sequel trilogy instead.
Yes.
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 I know. I'm answering for you.
Really?
Sacrifice Star Wars? Is that what he said?
No, not sacrifice the whole thing. No.
I thought,
it's just
I'm sorry.
No, it's the last 3, J.J. Abrams done trilogy.
Okay.
And replaced it with George Lucas's trilogy that he was getting ready to do.
I just thought he said sacrifice
No, he
Star
did not.
Wars
No.
for Star Trek.
No, he did not. No.
I heard the question wrong.
And to the question, I would love to get rid of those.
Yes.
The sequels. The sequels, because I didn't really like them. But the one thing I did like because they were very diverse, and I really did appreciate that. But the J.J. Abrams trilogy, no. Get rid of that and bring in Lucas's proposed trilogy that he wanted to do, but kind of make sure that you got the folk that's doing the Disney Plus shows to kind of be on top of that.
Okay.
Get his story, get George Lucas's story, and then tweak it, and then blast it out like they've done with The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. Because I love those. They really are they're really bringing out the universe and expanding it like crazy.
Yes.
That we just don't see, the battle versus the Empire and the rebellion, which I love. I love that part. But they give us so much more richness of the universe, and I love that. So yes, get rid of what we saw and bring in some other stuff. Love that. All right. So now, got a next one.
Okay.
Haley and Michael from Twitter. Love them. Love them.
Haley and Michael.
Their questions are, the first one, do grudges ever carry over when playing certain games? That's us.
Ooh.
And I for me personally, no. No. It's an ongoing grudge. I don't want you to win.
Well, then it's
an ongoing grudge forever.
It's over.
It's a forever grudge.
I think for us, we always have a little of a grudge because if somebody won last time, then we want a rematch.
Oh, that's you. Because you say when I win, you gotta immediately have a rematch.
Yes. And then sometimes when somebody has a particular character that we know is an unfair character, like, the dwarves and Terra Mystica, there's
I
always
can never play them. They're barred.
There was a
forever.
grudge there, so sometimes, I say yes.
They're barred out of the game forever, and that's not right.
But if you find another one like that, it would probably be the same kind of feeling. So, yes, there are some grudges where we got to rematch and make sure that everything was done right.
It's not right,
and that
family.
the right winner wins.
It's not, see that? No. Yes, we have grudges. All right, the second question they had. If you work in person at an office like you do, do you ever play games with coworkers on your lunch break? Now, when I was in the office, because now I'm not in office anymore because of this pandemic, I definitely did want to play with some of my coworkers, and I gave out presents, which I still do give out presents to my coworkers, which is board game related. Now, you still in person at your office. So
yeah, I mean, we don't play on our lunch break or anything. We just don't have the time.
Yeah.
But at the company I work for, we have a quarterly game of games where we take off Friday afternoon and we all get together and we play games in the office. And then one time we did a game of games and I taught the office code names. And we did code names as teams.
Yes, you told me about that.
It was like 6 on each side because everybody wanted to play. And so it was a lot of fun. And so I have a copy of code names at the office that we can pull out at any time. And I am the resident board game expert because a lot of my coworkers are actually followers of our channel, and then they have friends who follow our channel. So there are some people who work with me who know who I actually am with OFPG. So whenever there's a board game related something or they want to talk about games, they seek me out first.
Yes.
And then also, like my husband said, whenever there's a gift to be given, they already know
you're going to get a game. You're going to get a board game.
So yeah, so that's what happens at my office.
Yes, and all the jobs that I've been on, they do know that I do board gaming. I do board gaming. That is true. Okay, thank you for that question, Haley and Michael.
Yes.
Now, Robert and Ashana Fideli from YouTube had this question.
Okay.
And this is for you, Starla.
Oh.
It's for you. Was there one specific title or type of game that started you in your hobby? Yes.
I guess, I've played games all my life. So even as a kid, I was playing games. And I started off with cards and dominoes and checkers. And from that, it progressed to, Monopoly and Life and Sorry and all that. And then moving into this hobby, the first one that got us into the modern board game hobby was Settlers of Catan.
Yes.
So from Settlers of Catan to Ticket to Ride to Splendor. So it's just been one progression after the other. But I'm fortunate that my family were always game players. So whenever we got together for a holiday, a family gathering, somebody is pulling out cards that's either spades or even Uno or domino. So we always had something on the table we were playing. So yeah, games have been a big part of my life. So,
That's cool. That is cool. That is cool. Thank you, Robert and Ashana, for your questions. Now, also, this came from Ameritrash Talk, which Ameritrash is really cool couple from Instagram. Love them. Yeah. Now, they had a question, I guess, for the both of us. If money were no object, what would be your biggest dreams for OFPG?
Well, you know what? I think we're living that dream right now.
Yes.
We just launched OFPG Voices.
Yes.
And we just want to see this channel continue to grow. And just, I would like to have the time to really work on it. Because, I mean, we're able to put these shows together, you know, on our off time. And it begins to encompass our entire weekend working on shows. I would love to be able to do this on a full-time basis.
Full-time. I would love to do this full-time.
And really be able to put all of my energies into it.
Yes.
I mean, this is what you guys are getting with about 25% of our energy.
Yes.
What would you get if we could do 100%?
Woo!
What could we create? What could we come up with?
Yes.
So that's something I would really love to do. So if money were no object, we would work in this full-time. And we would really bring great content to the board game community and bring others in, which is what we're working to do. But I just think we could do it better.
I think we could do. If 100% in this,
100%.
Oh man, it'll be crazy.
It would be crazy. But on a good level.
On a good level. On a good level.
And a lot of fun. So that's a goal.
What I want to do, if money was no object, is to get stars to play games with.
Yes.
To bring them in, sit them down, and let them discover games.
Yeah.
You know, somehow get like LeBron James sitting there.
And play with him.
And play with him.
Yeah.
You know,
that's where the money with no object, we'd have the time to really devote to trying to get
them
that.
in.
We don't have the time. It's just like the best we can do is get our shows together. So if money with no object, OFPG would be something scary.
It'd be scary. It'd be scary.
But in a good way.
Yeah. All right. So thank you, Ameritrash, for that question. Yeah. So now we're gonna move on to what?
Board game news.
Let's do it. All right, here we go. Yes, there we go. Right. Yes. All right, so now my board game news. I got some good, interesting news.
Oh, good.
I do. Okay, the first one is kind of industry related.
Okay.
And as of January 1st, 2022, the annual Spiel Game Fair in Essen, Germany is now under the new organization called Spielver. Hold on, let me get it. Wilmerhamas. Did I get that right? I think I did.
Don't think so. Spielverhamas.
There you go, Masse. There you go. Now, they're an organization that runs the toy fair in Nuremberg, Germany. And they have now kind of like, they said, it was a cooperative, the new Spielmaison Masse, I think I got it, is a cooperative that was founded by 46 toy manufacturers in 1950, and it currently has about 150 members. So now they're going to be running the Spiel Game Fair. And I've heard that that's pretty good. A lot of people say that's pretty good. So we'll see how that goes.
We apologize for botching up that name.
So sorry.
Don't speak German.
All of our German fans and friends and family.
Well, we're trying.
We're trying. All right, now, another one I got. Now, I usually don't be talking about games that much in the news that's coming out, but I had to talk about this one.
Okay.
Had to.
All right.
Now, in December of 2021, U.S. publisher Off the Cuff Games funded a two-player game called Co-op. And this is not just co-op, it's K-O, then another O-P, kind of in the Swedish language.
Oh, with an umlaut over the O.
Yeah, the umlaut, yes. Okay. And it was on Kickstarter. Now, with this sounding like a concept game in which everyone involved went in on.
Oh.
Now, what you say co-op, this two-player cooperative game is all about? Well, family and Starla, it's about putting together furniture. like a famous store that we know of called IKEA.
Okay, I'm not going to do good at that at all. I can't put together IKEA.
I'm the one that's putting together all that stuff. Family, we live near 2 IKEAs, like right down the street almost.
We used to. Not anymore.
When we was in Seattle, Washington, we were close to the one, I think it was in Renton.
It was in Tukwila.
It was in Tukwila.
Tukwila, Washington.
And then when we were in Houston, we were close to the one in Houston. And we loved IKEA. Most of the furniture in our house is IKEA.
Yes. Any type of storage.
Yes, we love it. And now being in Omaha, we are 2 hours away from the nearest IKEA, which is in Kansas City.
Yes.
And we hate every minute of it.
Yes, we do.
We hate every minute of it. But this one, yes, I do all the furniture for IKEA. I put it all together. But it's so cool because when you're doing putting together the furniture with your co-op and stuff, to win the game, you must get 1 meatball to win.
Ooh, the Swedish meatballs.
The Swedish meatballs.
That's pretty good.
That was always in IKEA.
Yes.
With that sauce, that Lugenberg sauce or something, that sauce that they had. But yeah, so
Loganberry,
yeah. But if the more meatballs you get, that's better in the end.
Okay.
But that is so cool that they have a game where you're trying to put together the furniture of kind of IKEA.
That sounds cute.
That sounds cool.
Sounds really cute.
And if you look at the picture, it has the men that's on the instructions.
Yes.
Or the little people.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. It is so cool. So I want to take a look at that.
Yeah.
I want to take a look at that. All right. Next, what we have in the news is that they found in Oman. Let's see. They found in Oman a 4,000-year-old stone board game.
Whoa.
They found that. Now, it's a large board, stone board, which had marked fields and cup holes. They had cup holders back then. What's up? It was found by a team from the Polish Center of Mediterranean Archaeology and Oman's Heritage and Tourism Ministry near the village of Ain Bari Sadaya. It took a long time, family, to get that name, but I think I got it right. I think so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know.
But they said after finding a tower in the Bronze Age settlement in northern Oman, they came up with this stone board game. But they said that during the Bronze Age, they played a lot of games back then. At this cultural center. It's kind of like an economic cultural center. So they said they played a lot of games. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I mean, humans have always wanted to have fun and relax and enjoy. And board games and games in general have always been a part of that.
And they found them in almost every
culture.
archaeology site, in Egypt.
Every culture
they found
games.
these games. So that's pretty cool. So 4,000-year-old board game. That's pretty cool. So, Starla, you got some stuff that you want to talk about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well. Last Wednesday,
yes,
we launched our first episode of OFPG Voices.
Yes.
And you guys have been just awesome.
Yes, you have.
You've been checking it out.
Yes.
You've been giving us comments.
Yes.
We love it.
Yes.
We appreciate it. And all we can do is go up from here.
Yes.
This is the beginning.
This is the beginning.
And we so appreciate our sponsors, Calliope Games, and Board and Dice, and our contributors. Dwayne and Alicia from Blackboard Gaming. We have Jazz Cruz from Lobby of Hobbies, Hobbies.
All of them,
And then, of course, Tanya Pobeda. Oh, my goodness. We're so grateful for all of you guys, and thank you so much for being in our first episode, and we will see you again next month. But we have another episode coming up this month.
With a new crew. Yes, with a new crew.
Three new contributors, so don't miss it. Check it out. We really love where OFPG Voices is going, and we know that we can take it even further, so we appreciate your support. Tell a friend, watch, subscribe, and stay tuned. Yes,
stay tuned, because this is what we really wanted to see. Yes. And we've heard so many people saying, this was long overdue in this hobby, and they love this being in the hobby to showcase marginalized voices that usually don't get heard. But we're gonna show them. We're gonna let them loose. We're gonna let them loose. So we're really happy about it. Really are.
And then coming up, we will be at Dice Tower West. The first week of March. March 2nd to the 6th. So if you haven't got a ticket or got your badge, you want to go to Vegas, come to Vegas and see us at Dice Tower West.
Yes, because I think online registration for badges is over.
Oh, it's over.
But you can get it at at the place
When you show up.
When you show up.
So come see us. Come play games with us. We will be at Dice Tower West. If you're coming, wear your OFPG shirt so we can see you.
Yeah.
We would love to have you there. So check us out, Dice Tower West.
Let's all be family. We just show the family off. Just show the family off. Yes.
So now we're going into the heart of the episode.
No. I want to show one more thing. One more thing. Dan at Steeped Games. Those are the folk that made Chai.
And
the Chai Tea for Two. That is coming out soon. They did a Kickstarter. It's coming out soon. And we found him at PAX U.
Yes.
PAX Unplugged back in December, and he gave us some of these cool kind of like trays.
Bit trays.
Yeah, bit trays.
Yeah.
And they're so cool.
You put them together, and it's so nice and it's colorful.
So cool. I mean,
and we really appreciate it.
And look at this. Look at this. Now I know Starla loves this because this is her green. That's her green. And I had to get one because of my gold. Had to get one for the gold.
Yes.
Yeah. And
these are beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
and,
beautiful trays.
I mean, it's just so many trays. Look at that, y'all. Got the hex on there, the hex and trains.
Yes.
And this could be mine too because it's gold right there. It's gold.
That is gold. Nothing for red.
No, red. It's red.
Well, no, that's a better red. That's kind of a pinkish.
Yeah, it's kind of pinkish, but this is a better red.
This is red on the back. Yeah,
but it got a little red on there, little cups.
See, the back is red. He would love that.
Yeah. So we got all our colors on there, so it's really cool. And so thank you so much, Dan.
Thank you so much, Steve Games.
Yeah, thank you so much. So
now we're ready?
Now we're ready.
So up next, the heart of the episode.
Let's do it.
All right, let's talk about some games.
Yes, let's talk about some games.
Some games.
In a little depth. A little depth. A little bit. Okay, so the first one that we played just recently, because we received it from AEG. Thank you so much. And that's Truffle Shuffles. Starla saw it. Because I was more interested in a few other games that they had. But Starla said, no, I like that one, Mick, because it looks cool.
Cute. I don't use cool.
You don't use cool.
I say cute.
You say cute.
And it was. It's got cute little truffle candies on the box. So I wanted to see the game just because of the name, because I do love truffles.
So it's Truffle Shuffles by AEG, and it came out in 2020. Players is 2 to 4. 2 to 4. And it's from the same design team that brought us Point Salad.
Yes.
So they got a great pedigree.
Yes.
Pedigree.
Yes. And it's just card drafting and set collecting.
3 rounds. You put like some cards on a table.
Like a pyramid
Like a pyramid. Some cards face up, some down. And you only have 2 things you do. You either take a card, because you have cards in your hand. You got 4 cards in your hand.
You can take 1 or 2.
No, just 1.
Oh, you take 1 card.
You take 1 card, or you play a special action card. And those special action cards, you can sometimes play 2 cards, or you can take up, different cards, or you can skip and then get 3 cards later. They have a lot of things that you special action cards. But after 3 rounds that you do the same thing, it's more, the person that has the most points wins.
Yes.
And it's so cool because the points are chocolate
They're like
covered
chocolate
covered coins. Yeah, so that's cool. So that's
they're the chocolate coins.
Yeah.
And it's like it's gold, but it's kind of torn back a bit, so you can see there's chocolate inside. So yeah, it's kind of cool. What I liked about it is the fact that they have these beautiful truffle candies, and it's all nice and pastel-y and colorful. I like that.
And that set collection where, once you get like a set, you can turn that set in, and after different poker hands, because you're good at that.
I'm a poker player.
She loves these different poker hands.
When they were talking about straights and flushes and all that, I was like, okay, this is for me.
That was her.
I know how to do a straight and a flush.
Yes.
So that was good.
And once you put out a set, you get points according to whatever it is. They have nice little, reference guide that tells you how much the points are.
I love a good reference guide.
Yeah, I do too.
Because that really helps you when you're playing a game. Because, you have to learn the game.
Yes.
Every game has something different, some unique nuance that you have to know. So it's not like generic board games.
No.
And sometimes that can be a deterrent for people. So when the publishers put in a reference guide, yes.
And a good one too. A good one. But so that's really Truffle Shuffles. Is basically just a good card game.
It's a good card game.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Now I like what the design team did with Point Salad. Love that. Love that. And I love 10. 10's pretty cool.
10 is good too.
So this was
they know card games.
They know card games.
AEG. They know card games.
And this little, the design team, they know their stuff.
Yeah.
So Truffle Shuffle's gonna be in a collection. We're gonna keep it. And it's cool. It's a nice little fun little, kind of filler game.
Easy.
Yeah, easy to play. Okay.
So the next one. we talked about was Whirling Witchcraft.
Yes.
Another AEG game.
Yes.
2 to 5 players.
Yes.
Now this one has simultaneous action, action selection, and
Yeah.
then variable player powers. But when we play, we don't really like to do simultaneous.
No,
we kind of go one by one, so
we can see what's going on.
Yeah, so we can see what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. What I did like, I love the little cauldrons.
Yes, the little
that
cauldrons.
was a nice little addition that you have.
Yes.
Some things I liked about the game, some I didn't.
Well, I like the engine building part because you're building engines because you need to get because the thing is that you have your different boards.
Yeah.
Every player has the boards, and then you have you put your ingredients on there, and the 5 ingredients. You have 5 ingredients. They're toads, spiders, mushrooms, mandrakes, and the hard one is hearts of darkness.
Yes.
And you get those on your I guess you have different cards that give you a different amounts because if you play, different powers, different, powers, you get different amounts of ingredients to start off with.
Yes.
But if this is like your first game or you want an easy game, you could use one power that gives you all the same, ingredients that you get on your board. Now, once you get all the ingredients, then you start engine building. You get, cards where, you can get different, either powers to use, because this is very interactive with everybody, or you get recipes.
Yes.
And those recipes help you build up your ingredients.
Yes.
Like if you put in like a toad and 2 spiders, you might get a mandrake or something like that. And you can do that, you can do it both ways sometimes. So you're trying to build up your ingredients.
But the main thing you're trying to do is overload your opponent.
To your right.
To your right.
To your right. Because after you get all your ingredients together, you put them in your cauldron, you move that cauldron to the player to your right and try to overload them. And the person that gets, that makes someone gets 5 ingredients overloaded, they win.
Yes.
So it goes quick.
It goes very quick.
It goes quick.
Well, quick if you can get enough ingredients. Because that person to your right is constantly trying to get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
So they have space in case you try to overload them.
Yes.
Now, this is where my love-hate comes in.
Yeah.
Because I like the whole concept of it, but it's almost as if you're only attacking or going after the person to your right.
Yeah.
And so, what if I want to go after the person on my left, and it doesn't give you that option to choose if I want to go after this person? Because of course, you're looking at this game and you're watching everybody's board to see, okay, what do I need to get into my cauldron where I can overload them?
Yeah.
And I think it should be a draw where you can pick a number or pick somebody to overload that person. Because sometimes that person on the right, you don't want to hit them all the time. You want the person on
hit
the
the
left.
person across from you. I want to hit them.
Yeah. So that's my only drawback, is that it doesn't give you an opportunity to switch who you try to overload.
Yeah.
The concept of the game I like. I love the components with the cauldron and all that. I just didn't like that I can only go one way when it's trying to fight somebody or overload somebody or whatever.
And I think I agree with you on that one, because I wish they had a system where you can either go to your right or your left or somebody across from you. And once you pick that person, another person will have to go away from them, because I don't want 2 people doubling up on one person and beating them up. But if say I'm going to my right, and then the next person say, well, I can't hit that person no more. I got to go to somebody else.
Exactly. And maybe they could do something where maybe you could either pick a number or pick a card. And maybe you don't know who you're gonna overload. Maybe you could pick a number and say, I gotta go a person across from me, or I gotta go to the person to the left. I just think that just hitting one person just kind of makes it a little unfair.
And it's always to the person to the right.
Yeah, it's kind of unfair to me, but that's how they wrote the game. I just think the game has more potential than that. I really do.
It's a fun game.
It's a fun game. I just think that one element, maybe they could tweak that.
Yeah.
Maybe come out with some type of expansion or
something. And so I can hit some other folk and not just the person on my right.
That's my
Because I'm looking at my person on the left and I say, I think I can mess with them.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So next one.
But other than that, it's a pretty good game.
It's a good game.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
It's
So
a good
what's
game.
the
Just
next
that
one on our list?
Next one is That Time You Killed Me by Pandasaurus Games, 2021, and it's just a 2-player game. Just 2-player. Now on this one, it's grid movement. You have 3 boards: the past, present, and the future, where you're trying to kill somebody who made a time machine. You make the time machine, but there's somebody else that claims that they made the time machine, and they trying to kill all the copies of you in the past, present, and future. And it's basically just a kind of an elevated 3D chess game. And you just moving around.
Pieces,
because if you move to the future, you move to the future, you can go to the future, but if you move your pieces to the past, you leave a copy of yourself in that place where you left. So if you go to future to the present, you leave a copy of yourself in the future, so you can put more people on there.
So if you move to the yes.
So
something to that effect.
Yeah, something to that effect. And then you try to push them off the off the grid so you can kill them.
That's right.
Yes, you try to
push them off.
Yeah, you try to.
So you're maneuvering your people to where you can get enough moves to get them off the board, and then if you dominate 2 different times, whether it's past and present or future and past, you win. You have to be the dominant person in 2 different times.
And then they have other modules that they introduce to you. One with trees, that you use trees to smash people.
Seeds, and the trees grow from a seed to a bush to a tree. Yes.
And then you have elephants.
And
then statues. And then you can put them all together. Now, it was cool.
Yeah.
But
I have to say, I like the concept.
Yeah.
I think it was a cute idea that time you killed me. It's not one of those games I'm going to run back to, and it's because I think it was such a chess match and only 2 people involved. It's cute. It's a cute idea. The boards are nice. They have some pretty good pieces, but I just think the whole moving around with 2 people, I didn't really.
It didn't really catch it.
Yeah, it didn't catch me like I thought it would.
Because I kind of felt that you really wasn't. Because I know when a game gets you, you were like, Mik, we like to play this. Kind of like the one recently we have is Maglev Metro from Bezier Games. I mean, you love that game. I mean, you know, like, Mik, this is it.
Let's do it again.
This is it. Let's do it again.
This one didn't make me say that.
No.
But I think we should do it again.
When
we did it a couple of times, but I want to play it again. Maybe I'm missing something. Sometimes that happens where the game doesn't get you the first time out and you need to play it a few times so you can really feel it. So I'm not giving up on this one.
Okay.
But as of right now, it's
It's cool. It's cool. Yeah. So that's that time you killed me. Yes. All right. So the last one that we want to talk about is the Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Yes.
But this is the expansion Expedition Leaders from CEG 2021. Now this one, we love it.
We love
Lost Ruins of Arnak. We love it because it's got the card drafting, your deck building, and you're doing your worker placement, and you do that, all of it. But this one, the Expedition Leaders, gives you different leaders or different, players,
characters,
variable player powers. You got characters.
They have different things that they can bring to the table.
Even different cards,
and stuff like that. Because I had the Baroness, I think it was, and she had money.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about the money thing with this because she always had extra money coming in every round. And I think you did the
captain that had had an extra person.
So it gives you some extra things.
Yes.
Extra abilities and extra movements and stuff. So I like that you have to pick one and think that, okay, I'm going to look at this character. Maybe this is my strong suit. Yeah. Maybe having money is going to be what helps me win or give me that edge. Yeah. Or maybe having an extra person is going to give me the edge. So I do like that they have the variables.
But I think the one that you kind of said, was they also give you a new research track.
Yes.
And it's it's 2-sided research track. And you said you didn't really, that really didn't thrill you too
the
much.
research track on the original game was my strong suit.
Yeah, it was.
Love that research track.
Oh, you went up that like crazy.
And now the research track on this one, it wasn't that it wasn't my strong suit because I did win one of the games. You won one, I won one, and I won because of the research track.
Yeah.
Because I moved my way up.
Yeah.
But I guess I just didn't care for all the different things you could do. I guess I liked the one in the original game that was just more straightforward.
Yeah, it was straightforward.
This
one gave you a lot more different options to do. Like at one time it had like one of the Guardians on there that you could use and different paths you would go on. It was interesting.
It's interesting because my thing is, if you're gonna put this expansion here and give us all this other stuff, then we need some extra rounds. No, I'm serious. We need extra rounds.
What is it? It's what?
It's 5.
It's 5 rounds.
So
it goes so quick.
Yeah, by the time you get up to the 3rd round, you're finally working things up. Now you got 2 rounds left.
Yeah.
If you're going to add all this extra stuff, variable player powers and extra stuff on the research track, give us some extra rounds. If they had the expansion and it added 2 more rounds.
But I think just like with Large Water, they give you 8 rounds, and we complain about that.
Yes, we do.
Large Water, we complain like 8 rounds. That's all you gonna give me. And but if they could give us just like about 8 rounds.
I say even go to 7 because in the original game, the 5 rounds is already short.
Yes, it's already short.
We're ramping up, and by the time you get to round 5, you're like, oh man, I want to go some more.
Yeah.
And then you add all these new things, and then we only get 5 rounds.
Yeah.
I think that was a missed opportunity. I really and truly think it should have been a new board with more rounds because we're giving you more things to do.
That's true.
And that's my only complaint. I just don't think it's enough rounds to really tackle and really get into the game the way you want to.
Because it's a great game.
Yeah, because you have to pick one thing you're going to do. Are you going to do research track? Are you going to go out and try to open up new, what do you call those, new expeditions areas?
New areas,
what are you going to do? Because
new
you can't,
exploration areas.
You can't do everything.
Yeah.
And you can't even get a foothold in more than one thing because it's just too short.
Yeah, that's true.
It's too short.
That's true. Because I tried to do exploration and open up new places.
And that's how you lost.
And then I tried to do the research track too. I couldn't keep up with you on that.
Spread yourself too thin.
I spread myself so thin, and I was trying to open up stuff, and I was like, oh, shoot. And even with the 3 guys I had with the captain.
Not enough time, not enough rounds.
And it didn't give me enough time.
But the Lost Ruins of Arnak, the original game, love.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. It's really good for people who want to really have a really good, I don't want to say brain burner, because it's not really a brain burner.
It's a venture.
It gives you an adventure.
It's a nice little venture, It's to give you a challenge.
The expansion...
Well, I'll tell you this. I would take the leaders, I would take the different characters and just leave the research track off.
Yeah.
Because you can do that. It's different modules.
Yeah.
So I would definitely...
That may be a better way to go.
Yeah.
But I would like to see the Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Give some more rounds.
More rounds.
More rounds.
More rounds.
More rounds. And another thing, we did use another one of their... one of the little modules that they added in there, and that's with the little, like when you have like the staff, the moon staff, the regular one in the regular edition, when you had 2 cards on either side of it when you were taking up during the cleanup, it just took 1 card from the market, from each side.
Yeah.
The new moon staff took off 2 cards because they said you could go through more cards and see more cards,
stuff,
in the thing.
That's
and I like that.
Having more rounds.
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah, it gives you more opportunity to do more.
So give us more rounds. You gave us a staff that gave us see more cards. Give us another one so we can see more rounds. Because the rounds are just so short.
It's short.
It's so short. Yes, it's so short.
So those are 4 games.
Yes, 4 games.
4 games.
Yeah, I hope you really enjoyed it, and we're gonna do this again. Definitely gonna do this. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So that's it.
That's it. So Starla, where can they find our merch? What's up?
Well, if you're looking for Our Family Plays Games merch, go to Spring.
Yes.
Spring.com. If you're looking for OFPG Voices merch, go to Spring.
Yes, go to Spring. yes. Now, Starla, where can they find OFPG in this world of ours? Where?
If you're looking for Our Family Plays Games, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right here on YouTube.
Right here.
And if you're in Omaha, Nebraska,
that's local family.
You can find us on Cox Channel 22.
Yes.
Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. And Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m.
Now, family, we are so glad you've joined us today, and you're also taking a look at OFPG Family, OFPG Voices, and definitely keep on talking to us. Give us comments because we love talking to you, hearing what you have to say. Definitely keep sending in the questions for Ask OFPG, and always know, and I mean family, always know we love you.
Bye,
all right,
everybody.
bye-bye.